guys, what's up? It's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. Today I have 3 meals that my family and I had this week that I want to share with you guys.
You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind.
Alright, meal number 1. I wanted to share with you guys kind of my version of a Copycat Taco Bell Mexican pizza. I'm calling it Copycat because I've never had one. I've only seen them and I've seen other people eat them in YouTube videos. So I thought we're going to make our own in the air fryer. Guys, this is my Ninja Foodie. If you guys don't know, I have a video all about it and why you need to own one. I will link it below. First up, I'm going to go ahead and air fry the tortilla, and I'm using the crisper plate and I'm using the rack to hold the tortilla down so it doesn't fly around. I know, crazy, right? Next up, I'm going to warm up some taco meat that I had pre-cooked that I always have in the freezer, you guys, and I'm mixing it together equal parts with refried beans, and I'm going to pop it in the microwave to warm it up. Now I'm just spraying my tortilla just to help it crisp a little bit extra, and there it is. You can see it bubble up a little bit in the center, but that's fine. Now I'm going to smooth out my refried bean mixture combination and add all of the other toppings.
Count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes.
So that's the basics of the layering. You could add or subtract whatever you'd like, do you. This is just what I've kind of seen other people doing. Now my trick for making sure the cheese doesn't blow around in my air fryer is to go ahead and put a little bit of taco sauce and spread it out with a silicone brush and then press the cheese down. And then I add a little bit more taco sauce. For me, it just adds flavor and it just keeps everything from getting too dry.
Have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard.
Now I'm just going to top this kind of like I would a taco. I'm just going to chop up some lettuce. I like to chop it up in little cubes or little squares, and then I'm going to cube up a tomato, and then I like to put sour cream.
Ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away.
Now keep in mind that you do not need to do this in the air fryer. You could easily do this in your oven. I would do it at around 425. Keep a really close eye on it and just broil it up so the cheese gets delicious and ooey gooey.
About the good times. Dance until it feels alright. All night, we're all about the good vibes. All about the good vibes.
I absolutely love topping this with loads and loads of crisp, cold vegetables and a huge dollop of sour cream. I told you, I like the huge dollop.
Do you ever wonder if days like these last with one another, with the feeling pass? Would you find?
All right, so this week was kind of about simpler meals. Now, I know you see a giant steak here, but it was in my freezer, you guys. So I was just trying to work with what I had. So we're going to do cheddar, chive, smashed potatoes, and a delicious pan-fried steak. First up, I'm going to prep my potatoes.
For hope or among both.
Where these are like a smashed potato, more like a restaurant, I like to leave the peelings on, but you can absolutely take them off if you'd like. We're going to pressure cook these on high pressure in my foodie for 8 minutes with a quick release.
Better to say goodbye.
Now be sure to check the link below for my Ninja Foodie video, but basically when you're pressure cooking, you want to use at least a cup of liquid. So I like to use chicken stock because you're going to see in a minute I'm going to use that stock as the liquid for doing my smashed potatoes as opposed to milk. So 8 minutes, high pressure, quick release. Now I have showed this cheese grater several times here. There are so many brands, you guys. I'm not saying that this brand is the best brand. I've already had a little piece break off, but I highly recommend finding one on Amazon. I still love it. It still works. Look at her going strong. Honestly, it's probably the best investment that I made in my kitchen to date. After this, I'm going to go ahead and slice up my onions and we're going to throw them in a pan with some butter.
Would we be bitter on both? It's not for me to decide.
I'm also going to go ahead and throw my steak in with some butter into a frying pan, and we like ours well done. You either love or hate canned mushrooms. In our house, we love them.
You ever wonder?
I like to use my Pampered Chef masher to smash these potatoes, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, some freeze-dried chives, you could use fresh if you had them, and the liquid from the pressure cooker.
Maybe I'm not the one that you've been dreaming of, but dirt underneath my fingernails, some worn out shoes.
I'm just taking a spatula to kind of bring everything together, and look at how delicious these are, you guys. I could devour these day after day. I didn't get much of a picture, but this was amazing. When Jamie got home from school, if you guys didn't know, he's on course right now. He was very excited to see steak and onions and cheddar chive potatoes. All right, so this was definitely a pantry improv meal. I had intended on making chicken parm this night. Did not have a breadcrumb in the house. Wasn't making any, wasn't up for that. So we've got jarred Alfredo. We're making fettuccine Alfredo, and I have some shake and bake, you guys. I improv'd. You'll see what's going to happen. First step, I'm going to take these chicken breasts and pound them down with a frying pan. I know that's how classy I am. That's the kitchen tool I have, but it's just because I want them to be the same thickness. As you can see, one was really, really big and the other one was really, really small. So now I have two even chicken breasts. So we're going to go ahead and coat these in these shake and bake seasoning, and then I'm going to bake them in the oven at about 425 for about 20 minutes.
When the world is asleep, the weekend be a secret life that we share with the stars and the moonlight. When the morning comes with a brand new day, then we have to pretend.
Now, it's too funny because originally I thought, well, I'll just use the shake and bake as the breadcrumb and I'll go forward with the Parmesan and everything, but I decided no, because I kind of like the taste of shake and bake. Well, I really like it actually. So I went ahead and shook a little bit of the Italian seasoning just to make sure it's more of an Italian chicken. I have my water boiling and my Alfredo sauce is heating up.
From you, 'cause baby, I am done hiding my love for you. Please won't you run away with me, 'cause you can't control who you fall for.
I think I can safely say that fettuccine is my favorite pasta. I like linguine too, but fettuccine is a little bit wider of a noodle, so it's definitely one of my favorites. Now, I didn't add any oil to my pasta water. I've kind of been skipping that lately because everything that I'm reading is saying if you do that, it makes your noodles too slippery and your sauce won't stick to them. So all I did was take a few extra minutes to make sure I stirred and separated the noodles as the water started to boil, and that made sure that nothing stuck together. Now I'm pulling out my chicken and topping it with some Tex-Mex cheese. You could add mozzarella or provolone or whatever you like. That's just what I had, and I'm going to broil it till it's nice and crispy, and I'm going to go ahead and mix together all my pasta and that delicious sauce. You guys, this meal was incredible. Frankly, I love Classico Alfredo sauce. It is the best jarred sauce, and the little crispy bits of cheese that kind of fell off the chicken and got crispy in the pan. This meal was amazing. Jamie took it for lunch the next day. It was a shocker, and it's definitely becoming a staple. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and checking out another video. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.
with the feeling pass.
You want potato? Nothing.
Would you find out with me if it all starts to crumble?